Winter is just around the corner as you get a look at Highmark Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo.
No count.
And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 7.
Here's Cook again.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
He's tackled at the 40-yard
Hey,
line.
look at this Baltimore defense.
They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but they have any hopes of making waves in January. They've got to improve in this area.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. A solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And now they'll throw with Allen. Allen going to run with it. It's complete to Cook. They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 41 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1.
Now Allen going to change it up. On 2nd and goal, there's an option play left. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. As he's down to the 2-yard line. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. DJ Moore, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bills take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. The point after, no giving in the snow, but it's up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out.
It's caught at the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Zay Flowers,
53 yards.
and the Ravens are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I look and repeat that in Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
The Bills had 6 and 7, a game under 500 on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
Allen going to run with it. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The lines move there. Look like nobody open. Now second down.
You look at this Baltimore defense.
They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Dalton Kincaid,
33 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
Bateman, and he'll go in motion right here.
Jackson.
And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 27 on the play. And the Raven first down.
And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Change it. You. Hey, no. We change it.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. His throw incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 31-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Here's Jackson to throw.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Again, Jackson.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified. That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
It goes without saying, you've got to be careful in this part of the field. If you get rid of it in the end zone and you're not out of the tackle box, that's a safety. Here, he's clearly out, and he's able to throw this one away.
Here's Allen to throw it.
He'll try and do this himself.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Again, it's Cook. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25.
47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Throwing now is Allen. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Nicole Hardman, 74 yards. And the Bills go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now 21-7.
21. Ravens 7. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
That's caught. It's Flowers. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson.
Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
A gain of 15. First down, Ravens.
Now Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Now it's Jackson.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Jackson now.
Connecting here with Christian McCaffrey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
Throw left side complete. That's Cook. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Here's Allen.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good chunk on the ground on the keeper, 17 yards, first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Allen.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
Now he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this is going to be intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
To kick off for Buffalo.
Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Jackson going to keep it.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
To throw is Jackson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Well, let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they earn one here in this third quarter. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here's Hardman to return. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really high level.
They've been hot so far. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
56, 56.
Allen going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
46-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You can't just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
first down. Here's the run with Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And they'll get this down to the 10.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Bills first down.
They'll run with Cook. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dalton Kincaid, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bills take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown.
Bills 28, Ravens 14. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
It's 3rd and 9.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. For the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
A 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day. And I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it. He's giving me the evil eye, folks. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. To the air, Allen. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Allen in the offense staying put. They'll go for it on 4th.
Hey, home.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
How about this? They'll change it at the line.
Middle. Monday. Regular. Alert! Alert!
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. He'll try to... Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now Lamar changing the look.
From the gun, Jackson.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Jackson.
They're looking deep here for Flowers.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers
With his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Ravens are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Point after, right down the middle. And they're within 7 now at 28-21.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9.
What's that?
Cook up the gut. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
It's a gain of 30.
79 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And now they'll throw with Allen. Allen going to run with it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trey Hendrickson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And they visited the end zone frequently in this one, and obviously they wanted another one. But give credit to the defense there. They may not make the comeback, but pride showed. Good sack on that play.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Josh Allen, 47 yards. And the Bills are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 36-yard line.
Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Jackson going to change things up a bit.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for Baltimore.
Jackson will throw again. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. He got 29 yards that time. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Back to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Ravens have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Second and 11 at the 28-yard line.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Hey, hold. What's that?
Play action. Now it's Allen. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down?
56. Look out.
They'll run for it. Cook. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
What's that?
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game.
The Ravens' 28-yard line.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. So Allen's going to look to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he will have the first down. And that is not officially going to end it, but they'll be able to take the clock way down from here.
At the 9-yard line.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Back to throw. Allen setting up the screen for Cook. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to middle with Cook. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up. Look at the big man rumble. It's across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for two and go for the win.
Wow, I mean, what a turn of events. A field goal attempt to possibly give them a two-score lead here in the fourth. Not only is that denied, but it's returned for a touchdown, and now an extra point ties this game.
And to the surprise of absolutely no one, they came with the all-out rush because they had to at this point of the game. Not only did they get in there and block it, but how about the fortuitous bounce, and then it's off to the races the other way.
And they do not get it. It's incomplete. They went for the win, and the big gamble does not pay off.
34. to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
And if you're keeping an eye on the box score, that last run puts him over the 100-yard mark for the game. And this defense has just had all sorts of trouble trying to keep him under wraps, both passing and running.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Allen going to run with it. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he will have a Bills first down, and that should be that. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And I tell you what, the snow, not only did it not dampen the crowd's enthusiasm, they were great, but it didn't slow down the offenses either.
Let's start with the first thing you said, the crowd. Normally when it snows, what do you want to do? You bundle up, right? You don't get out of your seat. You don't cheer as loudly. That didn't happen with this crew. They were into it. And then the second part, offenses execute at a high level when you expected maybe to see a few more turnovers, the ball slip out of guys' hands. They took care of the ball in a big way.
So for the Bills, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, it's a late season stumble as they're going to fall to 12-2 on